I invite the Honorable Hassan, and this is her maiden speech.
Honourable Chair, before we begin, we must take a solemn moment to acknowledge and honour Ms. Dorcas Didi Lechanyane, a vibrant 32-year-old woman who was horrifically murdered allegedly by her partner a few days ago. Didi was an acclaimed scientist and was most recently named the Mail and Guardian's top 200 young leaders. Her work was focused on traditional medicine and breaking the stigmas from a scientific perspective. Chair, I call on us to have a moment of silence to honor her death. House Chair, this is a societal issue that we cannot ignore. The crisis of GBVF must be addressed as a matter of urgency. We must stop the war on women's bodies. Didi was a graduate of the University of Johannesburg, one of the very same institutions that will be affected by today's passing of the budget. And we must always be reminded of the context in which we debate these budgets. It is not only, Madam Chair, about the rands and cents, but the people and the lives that are behind it, and the potential that we can harvest for the future of our country. The PSET sector has the power to link the disenfranchised in this country, our youth in particular, to knowledge, the economy, opportunities, and ultimately craft a different fate, one that is different to what is facing them now. Higher education can be the missing piece of the puzzle, the fulcrum to turn that conundrum of cyclical unemployment and systematic poverty and inequality on its head. And as the ANC, we remain committed to achieving a higher education sector that is responsive to the needs of young South Africans who are committed to pursuing their goals and dreams. From the University of Venda to the University of Cape Town, the ANC-led government has expanded access and committed to prioritizing the success of all individuals, including those with disabilities in the PSET sector. This commitment is crucial when evaluating the progress already made and the work that lies ahead. The budget before us must and will work to produce the best possible results. For the current financial year, Madam Chair, the department was allocated 137.5 billion, with healthy growth projections already in play. This financial year alone, we had an increase of 6.9 billion, in fact, and the official budget is actually projected to increase over the next 2 financial years to 142.6 billion and 150.2 billion, showing the commitment of an ANC-led government to the higher education system. The ANC-led government is putting money into programs that will fundamentally drive the success of this sector. And many honourable members today have asked us, well, where's the money going? What impact is there going to be in society?
Honourable Hassan, kindly take your seat. There is a member.
Thank you,
Honourable
House Chair.
member.
Thank you, House Chair. I just want to ask House Chair.
Honourable member, kindly indicate on which rule are you rising on?
Chair, I want to ask if the speaker is willing to take a question.
Thank you, honourable member. Honourable Hassan, are you prepared to take a question?
No, thanks. I think if everyone listens, they'll get the answer.
The member is not willing to take a question. Kindly close your mic.
Thank you very much. There are many honourable members here who have tried to paint a picture of a higher education system that is in failure, and that is frankly untrue. And we are going to paint a different narrative, and one that shows you that there is success, not just in the higher education sector, but in the government as a whole. The budget for the national skills development, many honourable members spoke to that today. We have, and I want you to listen, it's important. We funded over 19,000 learners, 15,000 bursary students for qualifications in occupations of high demand. We have facilitated the acquisition of skills of over 3,450 participants through constituency-based skills development. We have funded and trained programs of over 187,000 learners from rural areas and funded workplace experience for over 2,300 learners. These are real young people who have benefited from an ANC-led government, from a budget that was passed in this very house by honourable members who took seriously the issues of young people. The fund also supported priority projects such as infrastructure development at TVET and community colleges, which we know is in dire need of those sorts of developments and upgrades. We have also focused on research and innovation to improve the PSET system. And very importantly, Minister and Deputy Ministers, we pledge to support you in the Skills Development Act that we are soon to support. And we will, as a portfolio committee, put in the relevant needs and the relevant work to place it. Madam Chair, on the matter of Nasfas, and I'm very glad it's come up. Nasfas was passed by this very same ANC-led government as a response to the lack of accessibility of higher education. In the same way that students had to go to the streets during Fees Must Fall, again, the ANC-led government responded and increased the Nasfas allocation. There is, in fact, even now, Madam Chair, over 46.9 billion rand that has been allocated to Nasfas.
Honorable Hassan, may you kindly take your seat?
Chair, I'm rising to ask the speaker if she's willing to take a question
Honorable-
because she
honorable-
just mentioned the issue of the chair. Fees must.
Honorable member,
2015.
honorable member, honorable member, you are not going to abuse this platform and just press and speak. You have raised your point and wanted to ask a question. The member said she's not willing to take a question.
A pseudo president.
Honorable member. Honorable Hassan, may you continue?
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. There's been a planned increase of the
Honorable-
MTF period. of
Order,
Nasfas
honorable
alone.
members. Order,
Can my time be paused?
honorable members.
We want to know what was she
Honorable
fighting for in
members.
2015. Did we actually receive the fees must fall?
Honorable Hassan, sit down. Honorable Shikwambane. Honorable Shikwambane, I am warning you currently, you are not going to stand up and raise spurious point of orders that you are not recognized by the chair. Take this as your first warning. Honorable member, you may continue.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Effectively, the budget cuts that we're looking at Nasfas do not actually affect the bursary scheme. They are on the operational budget. We as an ANC-led government would never jeopardize the futures of young people. In fact, the goal and objective is for our government to create stability within Nasfas by appointing a board and by empowering the administrator. And minister, deputy ministers, we too commit to supporting that process. And we have no doubt that the same honourable members who have a lot to say will be in every single portfolio committee meeting, every single oversight, and they too will ensure the success of Nasfas going forward. Madam Speaker, very importantly, we have a role to play, all of us in this particular room, as I've mentioned. We must push Nasfas to standardize accommodation and food allowances for both university and TVET students alike. Gone are the days where TVET students are treated as the stepchild of higher education. Honourable Chair, the DA spoke to their funding model. And let's be honest, it's a funding model that's going to exclude the masses of our people, particularly the poor and the working class. Their aim is to prioritize those from a privileged background. And let's be very open and clear. It will be crippling loans that you will spend the better part of your adult life trying to pay off. In fact, on Programme 2, which Honourable Deval spoke to on planning, policy and strategy, we are putting 8.8 billion rand over the MTF period to deal with exactly that supportive infrastructure. Honourable member from the EFF, we appreciate your enthusiasm, we really do, in coming to the House, listing all of those issues. And I think it's quite easy to come to this platform and to present a shopping list when you don't have to actually be the ones to implement it. But we look forward to finding out ways with you how we're going to go and do it. Honourable Hasan, we thank you for being honest about being a tinswalo in this country. We thank you for putting forward that there are success stories in this country of that very same higher education system that is being attacked. Even Honourable Ghana
Honourable Hassan.
is a tinswalo of this particular system. And unlike the likes of others, we are in fact beneficiaries of the
Honourable Chair.
aspects that we are attacking.
Honourable Chair.
If we don't have
Honourable Chair.
in terms
Honourable
of
Hassan.
diversity of cultures,
Honorable Hassan.
Honourable Chair.
Honorable Hassan, kindly sit down.
Point of order, Chair.
Honorable member,
What?
order, order, honorable members. Honorable members, order, honorable
sir.
members, order.
Thank you, Chair.
Honorable member, you do not just press the mic and start speaking. You must raise your hand and be recognized.
Yep.
Upon being recognized, you then indicate your name and then you are allowed to speak.
Okay. Chairperson, thank you very much for allowing me to speak. I think one of the advantages of
Honorable
talking
member,
for the
you are,
first time,
you are honorable Mbata.
Honourable Chair.
indicate that you are Honorable Mbata and then indicate the rule that you are standing on.
It's a point of order, Chair.
Okay.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, the benefit of allowing the speaker to speak for the first time and then allow all the gratitude does not carry ukdelela. She
Honorable
must be
member,
respectful of members.
that is a point.
She must be
Thanks. Honorable Mbata, that is not a point of order. Kindly close your mic. Honorable Hassan, you may continue.
Thanks very much, Madam Chair. Not to worry. We will continue to fight for students and for young people despite being heckled and despite being pushed off. Honorable Botchov, you spoke about diversity of all cultures in higher education, and we agree with you. But we hope that you're not defending white racists urinating on the laptops of black students in Stellenbosch and calling that defending culture. Because the very same higher education system will be used to transform South African society, not only in terms of education, but as society as a whole. MKP, I'm happy to see you here. Unfortunately, you're not the only former student leader sitting in this room. Many of us cut our teeth in the political movements of SASCO, of the PYA, of the ANC Youth League. And don't worry, we too will learn the ropes with you. Madam Speaker,
Honorable
we
members.
have a vision for higher education.
Order.
We
Honorable
have a
Hassan.
vision that every single young person in this country, regardless of the money in their bank account and regardless of the opportunities they were born with, will have a chance to study, to learn, to be skilled, led by an ANC-led government of this higher education system. And we will continue to fight for that. We will rally behind this particularly important cause. We as the ANC stand in full support of this particular budget, and we will continue to advocate for funding every single rand and cents that is increased so that we can ensure that young people in this country have a better life. Together, we will work to build a brighter future for young people in this country. Minister and Deputy Ministers, we look forward to working with you over the next 5 years. And not to worry, honorable members, we'll meet you in the streets.
Thank you, honorable members. Thank you, honorable members. Order.
The president of the student command is on.
Order, honorable members. Order, honorable members. May we be orderly and conform to the decorum of the House.